So about a month ago, I got a job at a startup. It's called cal.com and it's an open source scheduling software tool. You can kind of think of it as Calendly, but like way better. Plus it's open sourced and you can build scheduling apps on top of it because it's open source. And over the past month, it has been one of the best experiences of my life. And so what I like to do is just talk about my experiences working at this startup over the past month and why I highly recommend any new junior developer choose a startup over working in big tech. So, as a developer, you will be faced with a dilemma as you're starting to apply to tech jobs. On the one hand, you can go down the path of working in big tech like FANG or other non FANG companies that are more established and will be offering you a quite large salary up front. While on the other hand, you could go down the startup route where, although you're probably making less upfront, you're receiving more of the company and you will learn a much more. And as I was faced with this dilemma, I really thought about this and I really thought about what was important to me and what I wanted to do in my own development journey. Because when I started programming, the goal of mine at the beginning was to work at a startup, make my own applications, and make money from those things. And the whole reason I started programming in the first place was to either work at a startup, build my own apps, and just be a part of a cool culture, which is startup culture, which I just absolutely love. It was also to be the best developer I can, where I could like build really cool shit with a very small team. And when I put it that way, it was quite obvious that going down the startup route would be the right choice for me. Because not only do I get to work from home and get to code every day, but the amount of responsibility that I have as a junior engineer working at $1 million company is just crazy to me. Because the regular day-to-day work between a person working at a startup and a big tech company is generally the same. I code, I make PRs, they merge it, they review my code, and just the typical things that go along with being in a tech company. Also things like meetings, which we know that all developers love. But the level of impact you can have as even just a junior engineer that has never had a tech job before is beyond what you can imagine. Like, I'm literally given massive projects that will have direct growth on the company. And I'm a junior engineer in the marketing sector, so we're really close to the customers, and like you're just doing big projects that you would generally do with your own applications. Like, I was given a pretty big project to do. It's a lot of responsibility and it's pretty intense and it's a lot of work, but I've learned so much from just that one project, which when is done is gonna see the company grow a lot more because of the type of project it is. Another just awesome thing is getting to work with the founders themselves. Like, generally speaking, if you're in a smaller startup where like maybe you're like less than 30 or 40 people, you're going and you're reviewing stuff with the founder and you're talking to the founder almost every day, and you literally don't get that in any other type of situation. And as a person that wants to be a founder in the future, what better way to learn how to do that and how to build successful software than to be shadowing and studying and learning from the founders themselves? So yeah, that's just my argument for working at a startup. It's just my personal experience. At the end of the day, I just personally think it's awesome. You could say that, hey, Nizar, I really want to work in big tech. I always wanted to work at Netflix. I'm not knocking you. That's awesome too. Like, I'm not saying I would hate to work at Netflix or Google, but personally speaking, I know a lot of people that want to be founders but are going to big tech to do that. And I'm like, you can learn that way, but you're not going to learn as much as just directly working with someone day to day and learning from that, ecosystem of intensity, high responsibility, and it's like fun chaos basically. So yeah, if you made it to the end of this video, I want you to leave 2 eyeball emojis. That way I know that you stayed to the end, okay? I'll comment back because you stayed to the end, all right? Also, check out the Discord. I'm in there every day. We can chat, hang out, whatever it may be. Like and subscribe. Happy coding, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.